Hi and good evening, it's Dean from Avstar Observatory. A bit later on in the video we're going to be taking a look at some fresh data that's just come in from Hong Kong, thanks to one of our superstars, Tony, over there, who sent it in yesterday. It's now updated onto the website if you want to go and have a look at that, as well as all the other data that we've got on the website. Quick shout out to a few other superstars who over the last few days have made a donation on the website. Amazing, the button is there, guys. I know people come onto the website every week, and if we could just get a few more people helping out, it wouldn't be a bad thing. And like I said before, there's worse things you can do than support an observatory covering one of the main anomalies that human beings are going through and facing. So let's go over and have a look at the data that's coming from Hong Kong. What I did notice is that over the course of last month there has been a slight drop off of the magnetosphere over that region. And if we just compare, it had started to come back up from last month, as we can see if we just go back into the archive. It did go as low as 15 microteslas there. Well, sorry, not 15 microteslas. That chart on the side is just to give us an indication of how things are fluctuating over the month. It's just there really as a benchmark. But you can see, there's over a year's worth of data now that's been collected from Hong Kong, and you can see how that's gone. So it did rise from 15 up to 16 and then continued going up. And it's where it is right now. Just slightly going back down again towards that 16 mark. Did peak over the 17 during the course of the month, and that's where we are with that. So we've got tomorrow some more data coming from Canada, which is one of our latest additions to our global magnetometers. And it'll be interesting to see what's going on over there, because we know that this is one of the most active regions on our planet that is depleting in intensity. So it'll be really interesting to see if there has been a drop over the month, and it'll be also interesting to see how that goes on throughout the end of the year. I wanted to also, guys, just talk about something with you. If you've been following over the last few weeks, we've been talking about, the amount of people that are going to be losing the houses in the UK. It has been announced, I think it was today, that 50,000 people will lose their house at the beginning of the next month. So the courts over here in the UK are going to be extremely busy with Section 8s and Section 12s, which is basically a mandatory eviction. But 50,000 families at the beginning of next month are going to be homeless. I just pray for them. That's all I can say. This isn't a small amount of people that are going to be losing their properties due to what has happened this year with the climate of COVID-19. It has destroyed a lot of families' livelihoods, businesses across the range, and it's not just here in the UK. You're probably living in the United States or Canada or Australia or New Zealand or somewhere in Europe. This is happening in every country. And it's like I said, if this was done by design, it was probably done for the fact that there will be a lot of people losing their houses, and back in 2007 with the default swaps, people and hedge funds made a hell of a lot of money. And again, this is the transfer of wealth from the poor people and the middle class people to the fat, greedy, rich people. I do understand, right, that if you're a landlord, that you are in that business to earn money, and without that earning of that money, you're going to not be able to pay the mortgage perhaps that you took out on that property to rent out originally. I do feel that the government should have done something else here. Not just allow 50,000 people to simply lose their homes. It's dreadful, and that's just here in the UK. There are going to be hundreds of thousands of people around the world on the back of this COVID-19, losing not just their businesses, their homes. I can see it coming already. I bet you if we go on the government's ONS report for the UK, you probably, if you're living in other countries, you've probably got a similar thing where your government releases national statistics for your country. What I believe we'll be seeing is a rise in suicides. It is shocking, and like I say, I can only pray for those people that something does fall in their way that prevents this happening. But I can tell you now, if the government have announced 50,000 people will lose their homes, it's probably a lot more than that, because 250,000 people were behind on the rent. So it's a lot of people. It's an army of people. And I just thought it worth mentioning to you guys. You see, there are lots of things we face in these coming years, and this is just the beginning, really. Like I said, I'm not really interested in whether COVID-19 is just a common cold or not very serious. What I will say is the policies that have been implemented as a result of COVID-19 that we're all following are real, and they are massive infringements on our human rights globally, and it shouldn't happen. And if there are people out there that are profiting on the people's losses, then it's only a matter of time before what goes around comes around for them. I believe that. I do believe in karma. If you are profiting off of people's misfortune, it's got to be the worst way for you to ever earn money, and you cannot have a conscience if you are going to be mopping up after such incredible losses globally. It's just a rotten shame is all I can say. So yeah, tune in tomorrow, guys. We'll have the data from Canada. I'm really excited to see that. I want to see what's changed over the course of the month and whether it is a noticeable change. And I'll bring up that data for you tomorrow. I know it's going to land here sometime tonight. I had an email off Kendall over in Canada who's running that magnetometer for us. He said he was going to shoot it over late tonight, and it should be in the email box tomorrow, and I'll get it processed and put up on the website for you guys. This Wednesday we're doing the global health at a glance again. Be interesting to see how the figures have changed, especially with volcanic eruptions, because that is obviously something I am following closely, because if you've been following these videos, you know that we've lost a third of the erupting volcanoes in a space of probably 2 years, and I'm just really inquisitive as to see whether we get more eruptions or they continue as they trend at the moment to decline. This could be an indication that there are some definite dynamics changing within the core of our Earth that possibly generate the magneto, or keep the magneto running, which in turn gives us the dipoles and the magnetosphere protection. So it'd be really interesting to see if the numbers continue to drop. Then it could be indications of solidification, and that is not what we want to see. Trust me, if we start to see the numbers of volcanoes dropping off, it will only be a matter of time before we lose for good the magnetosphere and therefore the poles, and that leaves us in a situation similar to Mars. So I hope that those numbers continue to go back up, but we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Okay guys, I want to mention the link down there. We need support for this observatory. You can help us on PayPal. You can come over to this website and click that donate button, and you can also become one of our patrons. But the main thing is that we continue to support the observatory during this hard time, because I don't think anyone wants to see us disappear, and the way to do that is by donating. It's as simple as that. Okay guys, I'll leave it there. You have a great evening with your loved ones. My heart genuinely goes out to those people that are suffering right now with the problems that we're facing due to COVID-19, and like I say, I will pray for those people. Guys, you take it easy. I'll catch up with you tomorrow. As always, bye for now.